In the last video that I made, I was talking about how LA was overrated. I was trying to do this, but it was very windy, and I'm sure many of you all had a hard time hearing what I was trying to say. That particular day, it was very windy, and I just picked the wrong time to go out there walking around while I was attempting to make the video. However, this is the 5th video in which I'm talking about how Los Angeles and the job market as it relates to black men who wish to be employed while they're living here. In this video, I'm going to tell you pretty much the type of jobs black men can only expect to get, and while others, they should just almost pretty much like look in some other field. I'm not saying I'm recommending you do that. I'm just saying expect to be disappointed if you're looking to work in certain fields, even if you are qualified and have experience. All right, so I'm going to start with the blue-collar type jobs. The mechanics, the plumbing, the painters, the construction workers, the welders. If you have any skills, education, or experience working that kind of job, just know that many of those jobs are primarily worked. A lot of Hispanic men, a lot of Latino men work those jobs, and they have a stranglehold onto those jobs primarily. Even if you are a black man and you are a skilled mechanic or a plumber even, I'm not saying you can't get the job. I'm saying you are going to go to interview after interview, job after job, application after application, online or in person, only to be told some kind of bullshit that, oh, we're not hiring right now, or we're accepting applications, or you just won't even get a straight answer. You probably have been a mechanic or even a plumber in any one of those jobs. You've been a plumber for 12 years, and you probably come from out of state. You're probably from the South or from the Midwest or from the East Coast, anywhere, any area in those regions of the country. And then for whatever reason, you decided that you want to move to LA. So, but of course, before you do that, you apply for different mechanic jobs, and you notice you just haven't gotten a job. You've barely even gotten a call back for an interview, and then you still don't have a job. Well, that's what it looks like here in LA. When I say all, I mean most, or most likely, not 100% all, but you know what I mean. Most of the jobs, those type of jobs, they are just going to hire Latino men, Hispanic men, straight up. It's just hard like that. And then you have the white collar jobs, and that's difficult too. That's not really filled up with Latino men or Latino people per se. You're going to have your, white people, Asian people, and you're going to have your black women working those white collar jobs. And you're going to have all other race of people who's also going to work those jobs, but you very seldom see that with black men. And let me not forget, with the white collar job, if you are a Lucius, then yeah, they will hire you to the job. But if you are a heterosexual black man, no, the Lucius goat comes before you, my brother. If you even look like you like pussy, uh, no job for you in those fields. But they have no problem hiring straight white guys, gay ones too, straight Hispanic dudes who probably aren't blue collar, and of course Asian dudes. But not you, black man, heterosexual black man. I'm talking about this is the case here in Los Angeles. Now you're like, okay, neck of the woods. That's kind of that's kind of harsh. Like, okay, so what jobs can we get if we move to LA? Well, I'm going to tell you. And actually, some of these jobs are good jobs, but listen closely. I'm going to tell you. Um, you could a bus driver. You could be a bus driver. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a bus driver. That's actually a good job. It has good benefits. They pay you well starting off, and you get like generous raises like twice a year, depending on the bus company you work for. It's not just out here. We have Metro, which would be the main bus company for the city of Los Angeles, but Metro also covers other cities, towns, and municipalities as well throughout the county. But you also have Culver City Bus Line. That's a whole separate company. Very, very good bus company. They pay very well. Very good benefits. You have Santa Monica Big Blue Bus. Same thing. They pay very well. You make very good money if you can actually get on. You also have Long Beach Transit. You also have Foothill Transit. You have OCTD, that's the Orange County Bus Line. So you have many bus companies you can apply to. And if you have a good driving record with 0 points and you have no criminal background, they will hire you. Of course, you got to probably take the test and pass the test. But, a black man can get a job as a bus driver. Another job, black men, you find lots of black men who, I'm talking about good jobs that they will hire you in. A lot of city, county, and state jobs. Basically, any government job. Of course, in those jobs, you also have lots of black women working those jobs. And of course, you always got to be careful when you're working around them. And also, there's also a lot of black women who work as bus drivers as well. But again, I'm talking to the black men who are looking for jobs because black women don't have anything to worry about. They're taken care of, even if they don't think so. They really are. So you have any government job, state, city, county job. Apply to any of those and see what happens. Then you also have the parking enforcement, which is again another city job. That's a real popular job with the city that a lot of black men go for and can get. It's actually such a popular job. It's almost like working for the police department, firefighter, which those are also good jobs. The LAPD, if you want to be a snitch, if you're interested in law enforcement, LAPD, they have changed their image over the years. They've kind of done away with their image that they are just a discriminatory, racist police brutality, corrupt, crooked cop type of organization. Nowadays, LAPD puts on a better face. They also they also they supposedly believe in diversity. That's what they say. You know, they do hire a lot of blacks, men and women. They have to bring the women along. You know, so you get your fair share if you apply. You don't have a criminal background in anything. You appear to be a solid citizen. They will hire you. Same thing with the firefighter department. Same thing. Now back to the parking enforcement. I was interested in applying to that. But the problem with that is they're such a close knit club. It's like a club. It's like a secret society. There's no information out there on how you can get hired to parking enforcement. Parking enforcement is the type of job that I think they start you off part-time for about a year or two, and then they move you up to full-time. But you start off, I think, making $18 an hour. And many of those people end up making six figures if they stay working for park enforcement for like 20 years. They're making very good money just passing out tickets to motherfuckers. I know that kind of job. I mean, it sucks. You're screwing with other people. But hey, if it's a job and they'll hire you, you might as well take it. It's a good job, good benefits. But the thing is, there's not any information out there like that. They don't let that information out there so people can apply. It's like they hold on to that shit. You know, I still don't even know how you go about applying to that job. You know, so those are like pretty much the good jobs, the government jobs, the really good city jobs, county, state jobs. You know, and then let's say if you don't want to do that, and that's pretty much the only jobs that they allow black men to work. And also, these are the same jobs that you find a lot of Stanleys working at. Now, I do criticize Stanleys a lot. I made 2 videos talking about Stanleys. You probably have watched them. If you haven't, go ahead and watch those 2 videos for me so you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Stanleys, the only thing I could say about them is they do make good money. They do work good jobs. And I think that since they are doing okay for themselves, I'm not mad at that. But since they do well for themselves, they are on their high and mighty horse, and they think they're better than the younger generation. So if you do end up getting one of those really good jobs, you're going to have to watch out dealing with the Stanleys as well. And then if you can't find any other job, then you could kind of get a job doing valet if you're young. If you want, you know, because you need a job, you could do valet, parking attendant, if you can find it. Security. Oh, they always will hire black men for security. That's kind of like a bottom of the barrel job. But any other job out there, mostly Latinos have it. And if it's like a high-class professional job, it's primarily whites, Asians, Middle Eastern, and Indian people, Pakistan people from over there in the Far East. And that's pretty much it for the job market within LA. It's just pretty much rough out here if you're a black man. You know, you just do the best you can and you focus on developing and bettering yourself. That's pretty much all I have to say. Neck of the woods, I'm out.